What's going on, guys? Shady Mike. I wanted to make a video showcasing some positive aspects of Madden 20. Don't want to be negative all the time. It's not like the game doesn't do anything right. I just have problems with where the pass coverage is at launch. But before I do that, I did want to touch on a topic that I know a lot of people are afraid of, but just want to send my condolences to the people involved in the multiple mass shootings over the past week. And I would also like to take the time to condemn the politicians who are afraid to address the problem in a true and real sense, and instead would like to place the blame on video games, when there's plenty of data that shows that video games are not the cause for this type of behavior. So condolences to the families of victims. Hashtag never be game over. With that out of the way, one thing I really like about Madden, and because I'm going to be kind of cutting to different clips and things of that nature, I do like that they have put more of an effort into forming a true pocket. You can see here you get a lot of pressure from Calais Campbell on the right side, but there is a natural pocket that formed here, and I did have time to step up into the pocket. And at this point I could have definitely dumped the ball off, but even I'm playing with Nick Foles, so you can see that even without the most athletic quarterbacks, you can kind of people call climb the pocket, and create more time and more space to make a play. And so this was a situation where, again, I dropped back, and Leonard Fournette, I wish there was some type of like chip animation to help out when you've got a superstar pass rusher, but I guess you can't ask for everything. But I'm able to step up into the pocket, avoid the sack, and like I said, I could have thrown it to this guy, could have thrown it, checked it down here, but I was just in the moment in the momentum, and I decided to take a block right there and just trying to extend and get out of bounds and play safe. One thing about this play that I wish was just a little bit different, in the NFL you don't see a lot of if I can get this camera right, I'm sorry, let me get back on the ball, there we go. Like one thing you'll notice when he drops back, watch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't see a whole lot of 5-step drops out of the shotgun. This is where, boom, he should stop here. He's ready to throw, right? Because that pocket, look where the pocket forms. Look at the pocket. He should be standing right here, you know what I mean? So it's that process of climbing the pocket isn't as hard, because if you notice, I had to go into a sprint animation to climb the pocket here. And we're gonna go back here, if he goes 1, 2, 3, or he's right here, all I would probably have to do is that little shuffle animation, right there, this little shuffle animation that brings me up about 3 yards. If he stops kind of here, that lets that pocket form a lot better, around him. So I gotta experiment with that a little bit better. I think you can manually stop that automatic drop back animation, but that's just something I would be mindful of, from on EA's point of view. Just watching the 5 to 7 step drop backs out of the shotgun, because they do a good job of getting a decent pocket to form. So in that case, I would like to see it be utilized a little bit better. One other clip I had kind of in the archives, I'm in practice mode with Odell Beckham. This guy, they got EA got Odell in practice acting up, about to backhand the cornerback after an incomplete pass. I saw this, I was cracking up, I was dying. Okay guys, and last but not least, I wanted to show off a quick run from Christian McCaffrey. I really wanted to kind of showcase this. I do this every year, but as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the high threshold. So this year we're playing at 85 threshold, and that turns a lot of people off because it does slow the game down in terms of spacing. But to me, you know, it gives the game more of an NFL feel as opposed to a college football feel. Because the NFL is not as open well, I don't want to say it's not as spread out as the college game. The NFL game, the speed, yes, it's faster. So when I say it slows the game down, that's not really what I mean. But everyone's faster in the NFL. Defensive tackles are fast in the NFL. Defensive ends are fast in the NFL. So you being that speedster in college, you don't have that same separation when you get to league, because everybody was that speedster in college. So I guess that's what I mean when I say slow the game down. It's more like there's not, as you would call it, as big a speed disparity in the NFL as it is in college. And I don't think the default 50 threshold represents that very well. And so I like the high threshold. And I'm just going to show you here that while, yes, it does bring the speeds together closer, you can still break off big runs and have big plays, and, you know, make a big play, and the speed and rating, in my opinion, with a higher threshold shines even more. So I'm gonna just let this clip roll and we can kind of take a look at that. Here, this is going to be a run to the outside, little stretch play by Christian McCaffrey. They get penetration in the backfield very quickly, and he just gets to the outside and just takes off. Now, one thing about the threshold is he does get caught from behind, so you know that might automatically turn people off to the clip. But I really wanted to kind of, let me see if I can get this right about when he's at the 30-yard line. He's about even with number 47. I want you to look at number 47. This guy right here, I think he's number 28. You can't tell. And Luke Kuechly. And you can see he's got about a 5 or 6 yard advantage on Kuechly. He's about even with number 47, about even with 24, and even with this guy. But he's already in a full sprint. Watch how fast he blows by these guys. This is 85 threshold. This guy is gone. You know what I mean? And so number 26 is a safety that came over to help. But this is what I love about the play. Christian McCaffrey is about even, right, with number 26. Christian McCaffrey in a straight line, if he has a higher speed rating than 26 by a few points, this is going to be a touchdown. But 26 has I don't know who he is. He's actually Jackson. He's one of the fastest players in the game, I think. He's got a 96 speed, while Christian McCaffrey's got the 91. So I have no problem with him getting run down by number 26, and it's cool to see, just because you do have, you know, different guys like Kuechly that are keeping up, running full speed. Luke Kuechly is no slouch, running full speed, but the reality of this play is he's never gonna catch Christian McCaffrey. Obviously, this is practice most of your teammates, but he's never gonna catch Christian McCaffrey if he's running in a straight line, just like this play was. And that, in my opinion, is the best aspect of speed threshold and the most realistic scenario. But that's all I got for today, guys. I just wanted to kind of, you know, I don't want to say back off some of the negativity around Madden, but just, you know, take a different approach and show some of the things that I've liked so far this year with Madden 20. You know what I mean? Definitely don't want to call it like an endorsement or anything like that, but as I don't want to come off like, as I'm putting hours and hours into this game, there isn't things that I like to see. I've said many times before, on here, on Twitter, and in the comments, that with the right patches and the right work from EA, Madden 20 could be one of the best football games ever made. I just feel like nowadays games should be like that at launch, and that's just my opinion. But other than that, guys, it's shady. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Take it easy, guys.